All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm your boy Nathan Dante. This is another podcast, conversation, recap, where the commentary is elusive by design. I'ma just dive into this. I don't usually do movie reviews. My bad. My channel is solely based on music, typically R&B. So this is totally different and off topic, and I just feel like I need to do a video on this because it's on my timeline and it's current events and current news. This Tyler Perry's Mea Culpa movie that's on Netflix. I haven't watched it because I feel like I watched it through everyone's commentary and through some of the clips that's been circulating on Twitter. So I can't even get through this with a straight face. I'm just so it's just so funny. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? As a writer, and as a photographer, sometimes you just watch stuff. This is so bad to say, but not really. Sometimes you watch stuff with a mindset to critique it. I don't know if that's that word. That's what I'm trying to say. But like Sistas, it's so bad that you just keep watching it. And then it's just like you can find all of the ways that it could be better and how easy it is for that shift to happen, but it does not. Sometimes you watch things and you watch it through a creative mindset where you're seeing how it could be done better. And that's my opinion sometimes when it comes to the Tyler Perry universe of things. You watch it and say, dang, if I was a writer in the writer's room, this is how I would have laid out the storyline. Having not seen Mea Culpa, I can already imagine, based on everyone's opinions, that it looks good. Kelly Rowland, Trevante Rhodes leading this. The press run looks good. Everywhere they go, every conversation surrounding this movie, the layout, the rollout, everything is done excellent. And then you get this movie, and it is everything but what we are seeing with the promo, what we are seeing with the rollout, what we are seeing with them on this press tour, which is unfortunate because it's just like, dang, all of this setup, all of this praise, Kelly Rowland's in this big featured Netflix production. We're glad to see her back acting, and then this is what we get. I still haven't seen it, so I got to preference it under the eyes that I haven't seen it. But I can just imagine because I've watched some of Tyler Perry's films, and as of lately, I don't know if the creative is there anymore or if this is done purposely where you're doing the minimum effort, but because the return is so great, there is no need to put as much effort into it as needed because it's number one on Netflix. It's been streamed. The numbers have been streamed. So I'm assuming this is working out for his deal with Netflix. They're going to probably do another one. And this is not a lose for anyone involved. We're talking about it. It's trending on Twitter. The conversation is continuing to keep people wanting to see it just to see if everyone's opinion is correct. So again, this is a win for them, I guess. So there's no point to have actually put in the effort to make something of meaning, of substance, when I just did the bare minimum and I got everything back and more from it. So when it comes to Tyler Perry writing, producing, and directing, when do we expect more? When do these reviews, these conversations, everyone's opinion on his work actually affect the work that he's putting out. So when I wanted to do this video, I wanted to do it on one simple tweet comment, and it's on the fact that this is a show where Kelly Rowland's character is a lawyer, and throughout the entire film, there's not a courtroom scene. And I only wanted to do this video to talk about this because this is the same opinion I have of Sisters. The lead character, Andy, is a lawyer, and we only see the scenes taking place in the office, and there's no courtroom scenes, and it transitions into all of the shows. When I think of, sitcoms like Girlfriends, Joan was an attorney. There were scenes where she practiced law. Then she transitioned out of law, and we continue to follow the journey of all of the work that she was doing with the restaurant. Now, every character on the show had a job or a career. Tony, real estate. We saw the real estate. We saw the work that they were doing outside of just meeting in different places to have conversations, which I feel is what we are seeing with Tyler Perry's writing. There's no scenes that actually matter to the story, with besides them just being lawyers. So on Sisters, Andy's a lawyer. We barely see courtroom drama, courtroom situations. We did in the beginning, but we have since strayed away from that, and we have yet to see actual cases, actual things that says she is a lawyer. We just see conversations and dealings in a law office. Karen, this is still on Sisters. Karen has a beauty salon. We barely see any dealings inside of the beauty salon except in the reception area where they are having conversations. Though there were moments where you did see hair being done in the background, but as of late, we are straying away from the points that make up their character is not explored. We should be seeing actual scenes that matter to what they do. Danny. Danny does work at the airport, and for the life of me, for the entire run of this show, which is now in season 7, I could never understand how some of the airport scenes made sense. If you work at the airport, the only way you are getting through to see the flight attendant or the person at the front desk before you get on the plane or before the planes, you need to have had a ticket. So the way the airport set up is where they can just roll up to the airport, see her, talk to her, and she's in front of the gate. So none of those scenes ever make sense to me. Season 7 also doesn't make sense. The 3 months time jump doesn't align with the story now that there are new writers, and none of the new writing aligns to the spinoff Fatima, Zatima, which that's a whole thing in itself. So again, are these two different shows, two different universes? Why don't we align Zatima with Sisters? Like these, just. But yeah, Mea Culpa. When they say this is a courtroom drama and not one scene is set in a courtroom, this is where a writer's room would help, because you would have them set up the courtroom drama. If this is not your area to write about, get people who know how to, like, I don't see the difficulty in writing courtroom scenes, but like it seems to be a reoccurring thing where it's purposely set up that way, where we don't actually dive into the career paths of the character, which leaves the characters feeling like there's no dimensions to them. There's nothing to root for. There are no character building within the character because we don't get to see any of that stuff. So that tweet just made me laugh because again, reoccurring thing. And if you dive down all the other shows, The Oval, we don't ever see any. I mean, it's based on the White House, the presidency, and it's just a whole mess of drama. But uh, it's just like the best way to describe all of the content now is just stuff that is happening, and it just happens to take place in these environments. So you have a show about the White House, the presidency. It just happens to take place there, and the characters are just interacting in the White House. And none of it actually explores or dives into politics or anything of substance. Sisters, when you think about it and compare it to a lot of the shows that it could be compared to, such as Girlfriends, such as Insecure, such as Living Single, for friends who are living their daily life, the one thing that I say is missing from Sisters is actual life. It just seems like, oh, we're gonna go get drinks and talk. Oh, we're gonna meet at Andy's office and talk. We're gonna go to Andy's penthouse and talk. And none of it is actual story driven. It's just conversations that's happening in different environments. So I assume, based on all of that, Mea Culpa is no different. It's just conversations and stuff that's happening, and it happens to be that her character is a lawyer, and she doesn't actually have not one courtroom scene, and that's just hilarious. But it's what's expected and what's been happening in all of the Tyler Perry, written by, produced by, directed by. It's a reoccurring thing and theme, and even when you look at All the Queen's Men, which in season one was written and directed by Christian Keys, you see the difference now that Tyler Perry has taken over, and we don't see a lot of substance. It's just stuff that's happening in the environment. Some of it doesn't make sense, but I guess what we're looking for is shock value. So we just do all of these over the top things that wouldn't normally happen and just say, hey, here's a moment that'll probably trend or probably be clickbaity and probably get you to want to see it. And then we just write a bunch of nonsense around it, and here it is. Low effort, low production, shooting the word of all of the plays, all of the scripts on the table for all of the shows, all of the episodes. This was another thing. Fast forward, I mean, rewind to the OWN series, Have and Have Nots. The ending was very bad. There wasn't like, I guess when you think about those shows were a little bit better than what we are seeing now. But it just got to a point where the writing got lazy, and some of the shows, If Loving You Is Wrong, will have the characters in the same day or the same week throughout the entire run of the show. Specifically, If Loving You Is Wrong felt like then I didn't finish it, but scenes went on for the entire season. So the entire season could probably have been one or two episodes, but hey, we're gonna sit in the same storyline and the same thing, the same conversation for weeks. We joke about having have nots, how uh I mean, he's going through his own issues now with his racist tweets about Beyonce doing country, but the character Jim Cryer being in the hospital for like the entire season, and it's like he should have recovered, but we're still sitting in this entire scene for the entire season. And that's another tick tick on the writing and story that is known to Tyler Perry. So I don't know, when does it change, when does it get better? We've opened the writing room for Sisters, but again, they're at a disadvantage, and who knows how much grace and wherewithal they have to, actually shift what was already set up with the previous 6 seasons. So again, you open a writing room after you set this foundation, but when the foundation is what it is, they can only continue off of what was set. So I don't know how much a writing room works when you already set up the show as a writer, producer, director. This is the opportunity again to invest in creatives and let them lead projects, let them bring projects to the forefront, and it can still be, I guess, a Tyler Perry production written and produced and directed by other creatives. What is the studio for? That's another question. And also, the question that I get asked since moving to Atlanta is, have I gotten a job at Tyler Perry Studios? And it's one of the most annoying questions to get when there isn't actively a writer's room or a way to apply to get into these positions. So again, for the people who keep asking or was asking, no, I don't work for Tyler Perry, and no, I'm not working at Tyler Perry Studios yet. So that's my thoughts. That's my commentary. I did not mean to make this video this long, but when you go off on a tangent and just start connecting the pieces and the dots of all of the previous things that are now leading to this Netflix film, that's what you have. But I will say, hopefully this lets other studios know how well and how good Kelly Rowland looks on camera. I mean, I should have already known that, but how good she looks in these roles, and maybe there'll be another production to come along, and boom, we'll get the actual Kelly Rowland we need, especially with some of the projects that is upcoming. I know they want her to do a Donna Summers biopic, so hopefully we'll see that, and we'll see other films like we've been seeing her in the Lifetime space and the Hallmark films, I believe. So hopefully we'll start to see bigger studios start to pick up Kelly Rowland, not just Kelly, Trevante Rhodes as well. And we'll see them in stories that are actually written well and give the characters depth and allows them the ability to shine their craft, because there's no way you can have this level of talent and give them such nothing to work with, and then it kind of falls to them as to, oh, the movie didn't do well. Well, maybe it's because of the actors. No, it is the writing, it is the production, it is the directing. So Kelly Rowland and Trevante Rhodes and the rest of the cast only were able to, shine where what they were given. So it's unfortunate, but hopefully Tyler Perry will do better, and hopefully we'll get better out of that. But I don't know if we will see that. And sidebar to all of this, the conversation around AI and Tyler Perry's stance to halt production on the studios is just another what we expect when this is the take with the films, the scripts. Why do we expect anything different when you are in position to shine a light on black creatives, shine a light on black stories, and tell different stories, and this is what we get? I don't see why there should be a difference here, but it's unfortunate that you are in a position to have have a bunch of jobs created for black and brown people of color, and you decide to hold it because you want to see the space that AI is going in. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do about it, but hey, it's unfortunate. Our us creatives will continue creating and continuing to do what we do, and when it gets picked up and people start to notice, cool. But until then, unfortunate fortunate the conversations we are seeing with the top actors and actresses saying how horrible it is, how bad the experience is for them in some of these spaces, and then you get someone to the level of a Tyler Perry and it's no better. I've seen this in corporate. You get certain people in spaces and they either gatekeep or they hold you back from shining. So, hey, I don't want to keep rambling on and going on and on. This is a topic that I have a lot of, stories about, and that's a whole video conversation, 2 hour long thing, maybe therapy, who knows. But hey, that's all I got. Leave your comments down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more. I'm gonna get back to music and what I built this channel for. I'm gonna stay off the TV and films, even though I'm a writer. I have written books, I have scripts that are in the works. But when you hear all of this back and forth drama and how the writers don't, get their just due. It just, makes you not want to pursue those areas. And yeah, that's where it's kind of leading me, but I haven't stopped writing. So I'm still currently writing. I do have a book that I did want to announce for April. We'll see how that announcement goes, how the rollout goes. But yeah, in this space and this day, it is just unfortunate that this is the stance that some of the people you think have the mean to change, when they take this take, it's like, dang. But hey, someone else will come along, and maybe if we all just come together, which I built ELSV off of, a place where all creatives come together and put our own ideas to work instead of trying to obtain the minimum from these larger publications. That was the basis of Elusive Magazine. And it's still the same. We are still fighting and thriving to get into some of these spaces that don't actually want us there. And the ones that get there do their best to keep us out or keep us on a certain level. So there you have it. Subscribe to the channel for more music, more conversations around music. I want to do my 20 years of certain albums soon, so I'm gonna get to that. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next video because I will go on and on and on and on about this topic. Let me know your thoughts down below, like the video so we can, get into that algorithm. Subscribe to the channel because we are almost at YouTube partnership, and I would love to be able to do more on my channel once that happens. So yeah, thank you for checking out this video. And if you made it this far in the video, check out elsv.net for all the things that I am working on. And if you are looking for creative services, elsv.net got you. So until next one, I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.